back and I'm talking about 6 more LinkedIn mistakes that you are making that may be costing you your next opportunity. All right, so adding too many jobs that aren't relevant. Why this is a mistake. Don't make people guess what experience on your profile is relevant, especially if you're someone who's currently job searching. Recruiters, hiring managers, they scan through profile after profile. They're not going to take the time to go into your profile and try to figure out, oh, how's this experience related to what we're looking for? Oh, what did they do in this job? You're making things complicated for them. Your job is to make it easy for them to identify why you are the best candidate for the position. So make sure you're only listing relevant experience. So this is what you do instead. Highlight only the most relevant experiences to the role or the goal that you may have at this time. If you have an older or unrelevant job that adds value, then you may want to include it, but with a short description. But don't let it overshadow your most impactful experience. The next mistake is you're not listing the relevant skills. Why this is a mistake is that LinkedIn's algorithm and recruiters use the skills section on LinkedIn to match you with job opportunities, and this is also how you connect with people for networking. So if you're missing key skills, you're basically limiting your visibility through the searches on LinkedIn. So this is what I want you to do instead. You can add up to 100 skills on your profile, leverage them all, and connect them to the roles where you acquired the skill. I have a video on LinkedIn keyword optimization where I break all this down for you. So I'll link that video right above so you can check it out. The next mistake is you're not requesting recommendations, or the recommendations that you have are super generic. Why this is a mistake? Recommendations are basically social proof. It's great for you to say, I'm so awesome, I did this and I did that. But for someone else to actually vouch for you and for someone else to say that adds so much more credibility to your profile. So when you do get recommendations, try to give some guidance to the person who's writing the recommendation so that it's not generic and it really highlights your unique strengths and aligns with the current goal that you have. So do this instead. Request personalized recommendations from colleagues, managers, past clients, anyone really who can vouch for the skills and the strengths that you're listing on your profile, and ask them to include concrete examples of how you were able to make an impact. And something that can help you get more recommendations is offer to write recommendations for others as well. If you've worked with people, encourage that reciprocity where they can write a recommendation for you and you can do the same for them. The next mistake I often see is you're not expanding your network. Why it's a mistake, I often hear people say things like, oh, I only connect with people that I know. So if you're only going to connect with people that you know personally, know that that's going to limit the opportunities that come your way. It limits the referrals that can come your way, the partnerships that can come your way. Most of the people that come to me on LinkedIn to work together, either one-on-one as a career coaching or personal branding client, or even to facilitate a workshop or training for an organization, I've never met. Most of the time, I've never met them before. They saw me on LinkedIn and they decided to reach out. So keep that in mind, that if you're only going to connect with people that you know, then you're going to also limit your reach. So what you want to do instead is connect with industry peers, alumni, recruiters, other thought leaders, but connect with purpose. Not just for the sake of saying, hey, I want to connect with you on LinkedIn. Why do you want to connect with this person? And when possible, try to take the conversation offline. Have a networking chat with this person and see if there are opportunities for you to support them with their work and how they can also support you with what you're trying to achieve. The next mistake is more content related, but you're only liking content and you're not commenting at all. So I do see this happen quite a bit where people are like, oh, I don't want to engage too much on LinkedIn, and they just like a bunch of things. So why this is a mistake, liking a post is passive, whereas commenting shows your thought leadership and engagement. It also helps you increase your visibility on LinkedIn. I've shared a few times a story about how I was able to break through on LinkedIn in the early days by commenting and engaging on other people's posts. And basically, one of the comments that I made went viral, and that's when things really took off for me on LinkedIn. So what I want you to do instead of just liking a bunch of random posts, leave meaningful comments and ask questions, add value. If you like a post, take 10 extra seconds to just write something engaging. So last mistake is just ignoring your LinkedIn profile entirely. Why it's a mistake? If you're one of these people who hasn't updated their LinkedIn profile since they signed up for it in, I don't know, 2012 or something, please do better. Like, a passive profile won't build your brand or your career. If your profile is outdated, it lacks engagement, and it has no recent activity, you're missing out on tons of opportunities. So this is what you do instead. Update your profile and update it regularly. Update the experience, the skills, the projects you've worked on. I would say you should update your profile every 3 to 6 months. Update those accomplishments, and really your about section. Take the time to look at it and make adjustments where needed. One of my clients got 3 recruiters that reached out to her in 36 hours once she made these changes to her LinkedIn profile. So tap right here, watch that video, and you'll be able to learn how to update your own profile as well. I'll see you in that one.